Hi, Rich Carrubba for bowlingball.com. Let's talk about how to make bowling alignment adjustments, and let's address this to you advanced experience level players. There are so many variables involved in bowling. I can't definitely tell you the one or two key things that'll work for you individually. But as a rule of thumb, if we talk about a range of adjustments, and if you collaborate with your coaches, you collaborate with your pro shop operators or good bowlers in the area, anyone you trust, and you incorporate some of these ideas for adjustments into your own strategies when you're in competition, we think you'll be more successful and you'll see some great results. First, we think lateral adjustments, length adjustments, ball speed adjustments, release, hand action adjustments, and bowling ball changes are essentially describe the changes or range of changes and adjustments that you can make. Now, given the oil conditions in your bowling center, typically when you first start out for your competition, let's say you like to start out at the second arrow and begin from that point. Use a system of parallel adjustments. Those are lateral adjustments. So if your ball is hooking too hard to the left, you move left into heavier concentration of oil. Try to move your feet and your target the same direction, maybe twice as much, 2 boards with your feet for every one with your eyes. We use sight, for example, at the bowling arrows, 2 and 1. You can use those multiple times until you get the ball finding the pocket and beginning to carry. Now you can go either direction with those 2 and 1s. You can use 1 and 1 or 3 and 1. If the lanes are very dry or very oily, change the ratios of the parallel adjustments. We'll leave that up to you with some experimentation and talking to your coaches. The next is length adjustments. Sometimes you want to sight further down the lane or nearer. If you sight nearer, the ball typically picks up a roll quicker. If you sight a little further, you'll project the ball down the lane toward the break point a little further, as opposed to just moving laterally. So that's another little fine-tune adjustment that a lot of the top players, amateur players, and pros like to use. Then there's ball speed adjustments. You should always maintain the same optimum speed range manufacturers designed the bowling balls to be delivered at. And that is from off your hand at 21 miles an hour, for example, and maybe arriving at the pins at 17, 18 miles an hour. If you pick up a mile an hour of speed or lose a mile an hour of speed to help the ball react on the lane surface, that's fine, as long as you don't get too far away from an optimum speed range of maybe 2.1 to 2.5 seconds from the time the ball leaves your hand till it impacts the pocket. Okay? Now, release adjustments, those are tricky. It's probably better off that you get one real good release and just change bowling balls and change angles on the lane and use these other adjustments. But a little slower release, possibly if you use a wrist support device, varying the amount of wrist tilt that the support device provides can help govern the skid length for you. It's all about length potential, and that's what release adjustments can accomplish. Also, how much you tilt the rotating axis will determine how aggressively the ball will change directions down the lane at the break point. And finally, bowling ball changes. Well, obviously we know the more bowling balls you have that are set up with different surfaces, layout patterns, and different core constructions will change the way the ball reacts on the lane. But you want to try to get a matchup of all those combinations working for you, and when you do, you're going to bowl your best. So we hope some of these tips help you. We hope that you're open-minded enough to adjust. It's surprising how many really top-flight bowlers in this country don't like to adjust much. They want to force their style, their game in a certain area of the lane and not change. Being adaptable, being able to adjust to oil conditions, to incorporate your bowling ball changes into your game, change your speed, change your length adjustments, and your release adjustments as needed will help you be successful. We hope some of these tips help. Make sure you check our site for some wonderful product opportunities. If you find something you wish to purchase, simply follow the easy-to-order online instructions. And remember, our store is always open, and we thank you for visiting bowlingball.com.